Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this series we're going to be talking about our Pluto house placements and specifically looking at where you need transformation in your life. Okay, what area or areas in your life where you need transformation based off of your Pluto placements. And before we get into this, you know I have to remind you, if you're interested in a reading like my readings, you could book a reading with me. All you have to do is email me at samastroreadings@gmail.com. That's samastroreadings@gmail.com, and I'll certainly get back with you. Okay, so getting back into your Pluto house placements, okay? And we're going to be looking at where in your life you need transformation, because the houses represents what are the different areas in our life, the different sectors, the different subjects in our life. And Pluto represents transformation, so that's going to let us know what area in your life do you need transformation, okay? So before we even get into that, what is transformation? Pluto represents transformation, okay? Transformation are major changes in an individual, okay? Major changes in a person, which as a result causes evolution, okay, growth, okay, and this is usually done through serious trials, challenges, and pressure, okay. So for an example, I like to give examples for transformation. A great example is I like to bring Dragon Ball Z and how a lot of the characters would turn into Super Saiyan. I remember when Goku first turned into Super Saiyan, he's charging up and he transforms into this whole different form. But in order for him to get to that level, he had to experience the trauma of seeing his buddy, I forgot their names, I think Krillin, being killed. Okay, witnessing that made him so angry. There was so much pressure, so much adrenaline that he powered up into a Super Saiyan. That is very much transformation. That's how Pluto works. Pluto will put so many obstacles against you, wherever Pluto is in your chart, whatever sign it's in. It will put so many obstacles to challenge you, to force you to transform, to overcome. It's either it has power over you or you take power over it. So that is transformation. Okay, you can look at a plant like transformation. You put the seed, it's all in the ground, it's all dirty, it's getting all the soil, all the nutrients, and it's in the ground, and it seems dirty and all that type of stuff, but as you keep watering it, eventually it sprouts up and it grows through the ground and it becomes the plant that it is through all the nutrients and the nurturing and the soil and all the dirtiness it had to go through. It finally sprouted up. You know, that's another form of transformation, okay? All that pressure, all that energy finally forms into a creation. This is Pluto energy. Transformation. Transformation is the major changes we make, okay, that result into our evolution, our growth. And this again is done through the pressure Pluto puts you through, the obstacles. Okay, that pressure forces us to take our power back. You know, it's like squeezing something and then you finally like erupt. You know, that is the pressure. Okay, the pressure that Pluto puts into us naturally makes us transform. We either transform or we suffer and die. So that is Pluto energy. So based off of that, wherever it is in your chart, we're going to figure out where you need major transformation. All right. Now we're going to start with the first. So Pluto in the first house. Okay, the house of Aries. So if your Pluto's in the first house, you're going to need transformation when it comes to your body. Okay, your will and your identity. Okay, you. Okay, a lot of your transformation is going to come through themes such as this. Okay, you're going to get a lot of pressure when it comes to your body. This could be physically. Okay, people physically attacking you, people physically trying to take control over you. Okay, people physically abusing you. Okay, it gets really intense, Pluto in the first house, because you understand the first house is Aries. There's a lot of adrenaline. It's very aggressive. It's very physical. So your transformation could be through your body. Okay, this could be even through working out, changing your body. A lot of Pluto and first house people can do a major transformation in their body. Okay, they could have been really out of shape or unhealthy at one point, and they finally get so tired of it. Okay, all the pressure, it could be bullying from other people, feeling low, not feeling great, all that pressure, all that intensity. Okay, the violation that you feel with your body, how people violate you, you finally wake up and be like, you know what, I want to change my body, I want to change my image, I want to take control over my physical identity. So you take control and you use that energy to work out, to get back into shape, to completely transform your body. And this is how people get into shape. They finally wake up through all the pressure, through all the bullying, through the self-downing, the self-image, and the low self-esteem, through all of that pressure. Again, the pressure Pluto puts into you, into your self-identity when you have Pluto in the first house, causes you to erupt. You want to change it. You don't want to deal with your bad self-image or the image that you're seeing physically that you don't agree with. Okay, so you definitely do want to be careful with this. Okay, you don't want to hate yourself physically. You want to transform and do the best for yourself physically. Okay, but the trials, the pressure is definitely big here. People with Pluto in the first house can deal with body dysmorphia or body issues, looking at their body and having issues. You gotta fix this because it deals with your identity, yourself, how you think of yourself, your self-esteem. Okay, your individuality. Do you stand up for yourself? Your will. Okay, this isn't just physical, but this is also your will. Okay, think of first house is your ability to move yourself, your energy. Okay, your might, your strength. So a lot of times you have to use your will in order to transform. Use your might, your strength, your ability to move. Use that to transform. This could be through physically working out, pushing through. You know, getting up every day, working out, pushing through those routines, those workouts that are really intense. You're using your physical might, your will. Okay, someone tries to push you, you push them back. And I'm not, with Pluto in first house, I'm not suggesting fights, okay, or anything like that. But I'm trying to paint the picture of your will and how it is how with Pluto in the first house, people try to control it, and you need to take that power back, and that's going to create your ultimate transformation. So use your will, use your energy, use your strength for your transformation. And this is not only going to change how you physically look, but also how you identify yourself, how you see yourself. Okay, your approach in life, your perspective, how you look at yourself, it's going to tie with your identity, your self-esteem. So these are the things that you have to transform: your identity, your will, who you are, and use that. Okay, because people are going to try to attack you. People are going to try to use your will. Understand who you are, and don't let anyone control you but yourself. Okay, that's going to lead to your transformation. Okay, and these transformations, again, you see the change physically in your body, but also spiritually in how you identify yourself, your self-esteem, and your personality. Very intense with Pluto in the first house. Like I say, it could be physical. It could even be SA, abuse. So these type of physical intense experiences do create a lot of anger, a lot of adrenaline. Okay, and use that instead of self-destructing. Use that to transform yourself and to take your power back, and do it physically, because you have a lot of energy. You guys have so much physical power and energy. If your Pluto's in the second house, okay, you're going to need transformation when it comes to your money, your security, okay, your possessions, okay, your overall value. Okay, if Pluto's in your second house, a lot of what you have, your security, your money, your finances, could have definitely been attacked, taken away from you. Okay, people taking away your stuff. It could even be dealing with trauma, with poverty. Okay, living maybe in a household where you didn't get all, you didn't have all the things, you didn't have all the clothing, all the stuff, the proper possessions that you needed, okay, that everyone else had. Okay, so and even if you didn't grow up poor, just maybe the values of what you valued, okay, to have, you didn't have. A lot of things taken away from you. So it becomes a very important thing to have your own. Okay, to be able to secure yourself, okay, your finances, your money, okay, your belongings, your physical possessions, what you have. A lot of these things can be taken away from you, and this can result deeper into not just physical possessions, but your self-value. Okay, just like we talked about in Pluto in the first house, with self-esteem in terms of identity, this could be self-esteem in terms of value, how you value yourself, what you think you're worth. Okay, people could have, your family could have, been, poor, couldn't have been able to afford all the things that a lot of the other kids maybe had and you couldn't have. Maybe your parents had it but they didn't want to give it to you. Okay, a lot of your stuff are always having to be taken away from other people. Okay, so these type of things cause a pressure and a consciousness when it comes to what you have, because it's always being taken away, so you take that seriously. Okay, so you have to fight for what's yours. You have to take back what is yours. You secure your possessions, and you have to have stronger value. Okay, because Pluto in the second house, this could be people not really investing in you, people not really supporting you, people giving you low quality stuff. This can change your value in terms of what you're worth, in terms of what you can have. Okay, this can run deep. This can run into the type of jobs you accept and the type of money you accept from your job. Maybe you could have gotten a higher salary, but because you've had so much brainwashing of low self-worth, people taking things away from you, you not being supported and given the right things, it made you feel less valuable, like you're not valuable, you're not worth having presents and having gifts and having things and being provided for. This is going to go into your psyche and how you value yourself. So that's why I'm saying your ability to make money could be much lesser. Maybe you settle for a lower salary versus a higher one, but because of your low self-value and what you've been through, the trauma you've been through when it came to your value, your possessions, what you have, this almost kind of making you feel like you're poor. What you're able to make is less than your potential, what you could have made, because again, low self-value. So it's very important to transform when it comes to your things, what you have, your possessions. Okay, it's not only about just being super intense and greedy and just wanting things because you're so traumatized from not having anything, because that could just be going overboard. You find the balance, and really what it is finding your value, your true value, understanding that you are worth the investment. Okay, that you are worth more than what was given to you, and that you can earn it to yourself. Okay, that transformation is going to come through taking back what you deserve, taking back the materialistic things, taking back the money, having stronger value. Okay, so with Pluto in the second house, your transformation is to have stronger value so that you can go and earn and get the money that's for you, that could be for you. Have a higher look on your value and on what you can earn and what you're worth. Transform these ideologies so that you have a better security, so that you take better care of yourself, so that you value yourself. Okay, Pluto in second house people might not even care about their clothing and looking nice and having certain materials, because they feel like they're not worth the value. You have to transform this and take your value back, because once you do, you will have all the things that you want. You will not feel poor. You will not feel low. And on top of that, you'll be able again to demand higher salaries, higher wages, because of your higher value of yourself. And you will see that your whole world will turn around. You will have a nice house. You will have a nice job. You will be able to afford certain things and buy yourself things that you really want and that you deserve. Okay, so change your value, your self-value, how you look in yourself, and you will see your physical, materialistic life changing for the better, and not for the superficial way. Again, you can go on the deep end and be superficial, materialistic, based off of the trauma of not having anything when you were younger. It's about the balance, and you find the balance by understanding self-worth and value, and that's the deeper thing. That goes beyond the materialistic world, okay? It deals with your self-esteem. And when you're able to transform your value, you get to have the things that you want and even more. And you get to make way more money in life and have a stronger security in life, okay? But you got to be able to take that power back. So practice taking back what is yours. Practice understanding you're worth getting the things. Practice understanding that you have a higher self-worth. Okay, value yourself much higher, and you will see that your physical world will reflect that higher self-worth. If you have Pluto in the third house, okay, Transformation is going to be needed when it comes to your mind, your thoughts, and how you communicate. Okay, a lot of pressure, a lot of oppression has been put into how people speak to you, how people communicate with you. Pluto in the third house can be total mental brainwashing. Okay, people completely brainwashing you and how you think, people trying to control the way you think, your mind, your thoughts, people using insults to communicate with you, communicating with you in a very insulting way, in a very negative way, putting yourself down. Putting negative thoughts into your head, negative communication, okay? Oppressive communication, oppressing what you say, how you communicate. Anytime you express yourself, people try to shut it down. People try to control what you think, okay? People try to control your thoughts. People try to put in what they want you to think in your head versus your own, okay? This is mental brainwashing. And basically the transformation for Pluto in the third house people is to take your power back when it comes to your mind. You cannot allow people to brainwash you. Pluto in the third house people, you will have people trying to brainwash you, trying to control every idea, thought that comes in your head. You have to take your power back in your mind, okay, by using your own thoughts. Okay, now what's going to happen is you're going to have a lot of negative thoughts. You're going to feel controlled. You're going to feel like your mind is being suffocated. That pressure is going to make you really upset and it's going to make you want to take your power back. This is what Pluto does. It puts the pressure. That pressure is what creates the transformation, because you got to get your power back. You get so upset. So when it comes to your thoughts, you want to transform this. What's going to happen with Pluto in the third house is you might have a lot of negative thoughts about yourself because of all the things people have been telling you. So you've created a pattern of negatively talking down to yourself, okay? You have to now take that power back of your thoughts and re-control yourself. Understand that you control your mind. You create the thoughts. You have the power, okay? No one has power over your mind. You have the power over your mind, okay? And your mind is your power. So once you take back your power of your mind, okay, by thinking for yourself, by believing in the things that you think, okay, by trusting your mind, trusting your choices, okay, trusting your mental processes, okay, practicing thinking for yourself and using your ideas and applying it to your life. Okay, expressing yourself, communicating what you say. I know a lot of times with Pluto and third house people, they can be traumatized communicating because they feel like, oh, someone's going to say that they're wrong. Someone's going to try to gaslight them. Practice communicating what you say anyway. Use that anger that you have about feeling like people are controlling how you speak, what you say. Use that anger to further push you to speak anyway. Even if you feel scared, even if you feel nervous, practice communicating regardless of what you feel. I'm telling you, it's going to get easier and easier, and this is going to build your transformation. This is going to allow you to take back your control when it comes to how you think, your mind, how you communicate, okay? And you don't want to go on the other end and being abusive with your communication and pretty much doing what everyone did to you, which is try to control your mind. So now you're using your mind and your communication to control other people. That's like that's like going on the other opposite end. You want to find the balance, and that's by not controlling people, but controlling yourself and trusting your mind and trusting your thoughts and using your mind to combat the negative thoughts, the negative energies that people put into your head. You want to take that power back. You want to use your frustration to believe in yourself. Like, finally say, you know what? I don't care what anyone says. I'm going to say this. Practice communicating. Practice speaking your truth. As scary as it is, because I'm telling you, this is going to create your transformation. And with Pluto in the third house people, they go through so much trauma when it comes to communication that they're very careful about what they say. And this is great because it teaches you how to communicate very properly, very accurately, very efficiently, and very truthfully. So Pluto and third house people, speak genuinely, speak your truth. Speak your truth, okay? And keep practicing that so you can get more comfortable, and you can get more comfortable in expressing yourself, and you take back your power, because you guys could be shy when it comes to communication, but there's so much that you guys know. You guys are so intuitive, and there's a natural emotional intelligence that comes with Pluto in the third house. So use your intuition, okay, to understand yourself emotionally. Okay, use your intellect to understand your emotions. Okay, because the better you understand your emotions, the more clarity you have, the easier it is for you to communicate. Okay, but use that intuition to be able to navigate what it is that you're saying. Okay, and I'm telling you, you guys are a force of nature, because when you guys speak, you guys don't speak for any reason. You guys know what you're talking about. So you guys are about biz. You guys are serious when it comes to how you communicate. So don't let the pressures, cover and hide your voice. If your Pluto is in the fourth house, okay, transformation is needed when it comes to the family. Okay, the family. There could be a lot of trauma when it comes to the connection and the experience you had within your family. Okay, this could be trauma within the family, abuse, family abuse. And this is big deal, because we know that when it comes to the fourth house in Cancer energy, this is how you emotionally develop. Okay, the fourth house is going to determine your emotional development, which determines a lot of your psychological issues, how you create relationships, how you feel overall. So it's deep, it's down to the soul. Okay, so you can go through major depression, and we've seen how broken families can really cause chaos in a person's life, in their development, and cause a lot of serious mental issues. Okay, this is because of our family's influences. This is the first relationships we're creating, the first bonds, and this is how we develop our emotions. So when it comes to Pluto in the fourth house in your family, there's a lot of destructive emotions, a lot of trauma when it comes to your feelings and emotions, because of how the family has treated you, or the dynamics of the family, the abuse, the power abuse. Okay, these things. And what has to happen with Cancer fourth house people, you guys have to transform by having boundaries. The whole point of the fourth house is to create emotional security. So if you can't find that security within your home, because Pluto is here causing a wreck, you have to find your own home. That is a transformation. So this is like cutting off your family members, cutting off the relationships you've made with them. And it's not even just cutting off your family members, cutting off the relationships that were created, those relationship dynamics that become a pattern in your life, because the relationships you've had with your family are the relationships you have with other people. They are the first ones, and it's going to determine how you create relationships with other people. So you have to take your power back. You don't want to normalize the treatment of your family and the family dynamic, because you want to transform. Cancer is all about emotional security. It's the crab. You got to protect yourself. So if your family is abusive and causing trauma, you got to protect yourself from your family. Protect yourself from people who abuse you. Create the right, perfect emotional security for yourself. Pluto in the fourth house, you have to learn how to secure yourself emotionally. Okay, I look at this as like you could have had past lives where you were just too open with people. Too open. You need boundaries with people, with relationships. If trauma is in your family, that means you have no place to sleep and rest. So you seriously need boundaries, because the universe is trying to teach you how to create proper relationships and not normalizing toxic relationships, toxic connections. Okay, so you have to transform by having strong boundaries so that you can create a safe emotional security for yourself. Cut off your toxic family members. Stop creating toxic relationships with people. Recognize the relationships you created with your family that were toxic, and don't repeat them with other people. Step away from the energy of your family. Get away from that. secure yourself emotionally, protect yourself emotionally. You have to create this because you need boundaries. You lack boundaries when you have Pluto in the 4th house. You got to learn this. You let too many people walk into your life and come into you, and you're too codependent. You need to detach from people. You can't think just because someone's family or someone's familiar that they are safe. No, that is not emotional security. Emotional security is finding safety within yourself, and then it reflects in the other people that you create relationships with, because how you treat yourself is going to directly reflect the relationships you make with other people. Because if you treat yourself well, you're not going to tolerate someone who's toxic to you. It's really that simple. So you have to transform your emotions, transform what you take from other people emotionally, transform the type of bonds you create with people. You got to get rid of codependency. You got to cut off people. Okay, you have to learn how to create boundaries for yourself so that you are safe and you don't have people abusing you. All right, this can cause major depression, major psychological mental issues. So this is a very intense shadow work that you got to do. If your Pluto is in the 5th house, okay, you're going to need transformation when it comes to having fun, expressing yourself, your self-expression, your confidence, and your ego. Okay, people villainize the ego, but your ego doesn't have to be a villain. We all have it. We all have a way that we self-express ourselves. We all have a way that we want to show ourselves to the world. Okay, we all have our, surface identity, okay, which is like our ego, how we present ourselves to the world, how we express ourselves, the actions that we take, how we want people to see us. So there's a lot of trauma here when it comes to self-expression, okay, having fun, your youthfulness, playing and having fun, being a child, all these like entertainment. You could have been through lots of trauma when it comes to, you felt like you couldn't have fun. There was always trauma when having fun, when expressing yourself, people coming for your confidence, people making you feel like you can't feel good about yourself. Anytime you're the leader, people put you down. Anytime you're in the center of attention, people put you down. Okay, people kind of like trying to kill your spirit. All right, this can really cause issues, depression, make you feel like you can't express yourself comfortably, make you not feel comfortable with your childhood, with your child self. Okay, and that sense of fun. So it's always serious, it's always dramatic. You gotta find that child within you by finding the confidence to express yourself, okay? With Pluto in the 5th house, you have to find confidence, okay? You gotta push through the abuse, okay? When people trying to put you down, understand what it is and push through it. Take your power back, okay? Take your power back when it comes to your energy, your confidence, and your self-expression. That is your right, okay? And find the confidence to do that. Okay, you gotta find your spirit, you gotta find your light. Okay, with Pluto in the 5th house, these people really have to find the energy and the confidence. It's gonna be amplified, it's gonna be initiated through the pressure people put onto you. So you're gonna be so frustrated, people coming for you every time, you have a nice outfit and you're looking good and you look good, and people are hating on you. People are telling you, why are you dressed like this? You're putting on too much. All that pressure, okay, people always trying to block you, cover you, control you. All that pressure is gonna get you upset. It's gonna want you to take your power back in your self-expression, okay, and how you express yourself. And that is what you're supposed to do, okay? Take back your power, your freedom, okay, your creative self, okay, your ego. Build it back up. But do this, okay, in a very genuine way, because Pluto is all about being genuine, the core of an energy, the truth of an energy. Okay, so you don't want to be superficial and go overboard and do too much, be over expressive, be so egotistical. Okay, Pluto in the 5th house people can be so egotistical because of the trauma they have, so they overdo it. You don't want to overdo it. You want to find your confidence, okay? That's the balance. It's not about overdoing it and becoming incredibly narcissistic, because Pluto in the 5th house people, they can feel so traumatized by people trying to shun them that they overdo it. Now they start bullying other people. Now they start overly expressing themselves and being almost like very narcissistic and making everything about themselves. That's not it. That's like going on the other end. You want to find the balance, and the balance is just natural, true, genuine confidence. Really being comfortable with yourself, really being comfortable with who you are and how you express yourself. Okay, not going overboard, but just really being fulfilled with who you are and being able to release it without any care. Okay, and being confident in this. You got to find your confidence back with Pluto in the 5th house. Once you find that confidence back, all right, you'll be able to express yourself. You'll be able to have fun. You won't care what people think of you, and you will genuinely be an entertaining person because it's coming from your genuine heart. But you gotta find that power back. You gotta love yourself. Okay, you gotta be prideful, and you gotta take your ego back. If you have Pluto in the 6th house, okay, you're gonna need transformation when it comes to your work, your daily routines, your diet, okay, even in your mind, okay, because Virgo is such a mental sign and you think about everything. A lot of these things, your work, you could have had a lot of power dynamics, a lot of pressure, you know, your everyday routines, going to school every day, going to your job 9 to 5. You could have felt abuse from the people that were control over that situation. Okay, your job situations, abusive managers doing too much, making you feel inadequate in the job that you're doing. Okay, the abuse that goes into the workforce when you're, you know, going to your job. All of these things, all of these pressure makes you want to take back your control. Okay, with Pluto in the 6th house, you want to have power over your routines and how you routine your daily life. You don't want people to control that, because they will. You're gonna feel like with Pluto in the 6th house that people control your everyday life and how you work, and people are gonna overwork you because they're controlling everything you do. And it's going to be a lot of criticism. Okay, you're not doing this right, you're not doing that right, you have to do it like this, you have to do it like that. Boom, boom, boom. People controlling, abusive power. Okay, this is like like going to the military and there's like a general like yelling over you, coming at you, nitpicking on everything that's wrong. You want to take your power back when it comes to your routines. You don't want this to overcharge you, because this can make you feel so negative. Again, 6th house is ruled by Virgo. There's a lot of analyzing thoughts, okay, criticism. So a lot of the criticisms that you're getting, it becomes how you criticize yourself. You want to take your power back. All this criticism is going to make you mad. All what I like to say with Pluto in the 6th house people is take control over your daily lives and what you do with it. You don't want someone managing that. Okay, if you're at a job, you want to be at a top position. Be a man. That's your transformation. Instead of working on a lower level where you're taking direction, be the boss. I don't care what job you do, be the boss. That is your transformation, taking power over your routines, your daily routines, your jobs. Don't let people be in power of that. Be a boss yourself. Be on the top. Control your routines. Control your everyday life and how you judge yourself. Okay, the judgment should be in your power, and it should be to build you, not to bring you down. And you're going to be able to build yourself up by controlling the judgment. When you stop other people from judging you and controlling, you know, and criticizing you, you simply are taking your power back, because you are now the standard. You are now the judge. Okay, and by stopping other people, you are reinforcing self-love, okay, positive energy, okay, because you're not allowing people to abuse you. If you stop people from abusing you, you're not going to abuse yourself. It's when you allow people to abuse you and control you that you take that energy and then you abuse yourself, because it's what you're used to. But when you stop other people, you tell people your limits. Hey, that's my limit. I can't go that far. I can't do that much. I can't work for this much. Don't talk to me like that. When you control that, you are creating self-respect and boundaries, and that's going to be how you treat yourself. So you're not going to abuse yourself. You're going to work in the way that works for you. You're going to control your routine life. You're going to do things in the way that work for you. That is taking your power back. That is controlling and transforming your life. You're going to become the boss. You're no longer going to be the little worker bee taking everyone's directions. You're going to be the boss. And you're going to do it in a way that empowers you, okay? Not in the abusive way, because you learn through all that control and abuse that control and abuse is not good. Give people their way of controlling themselves. Give people their own power. And you control your routines, because again, Virgo is routine. This is every day. This can drive you crazy. An abusive job situation can drive you crazy. So you want to take that power back, okay? And take that power back in your routines, in your diet, your job. Be the boss, okay? That is your transformation, is to be the boss. Don't be the worker, be the boss. Control your routine reality. Okay, because that's going to be your ultimate transformation. And you're going to see that you are not this weak in the person who needs to be under anybody, that you actually have the power to control things yourself, and you're a leader within yourself. So yes, that's the first part of Pluto in the houses and transformation that you need based off of the house placement. Stay tuned for part 2, because we're going to be continuing from house 7 all the way to the 12th house. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. And again, come for part 2. And if you enjoyed this, book a reading with me. I do astro readings. All you have to do is email me at samastroreadings@gmail.com. And I will get back with you. So I'll check you guys out on part 2. Stay tuned.